Well everyone, you think this is a new episode of the Can't but no, this is a special video, and in this case it is more precisely an answer video to their Metatron. Now, a few weeks back when I was just starting videos and I didn't have any videos in English yet, I just put out my first dubious videos in French, and also this video won't be translated. It is trouble enough to do as it is now, and an answer. So back to the point. As I was starting is also the point where Metatron put out his video about his 500k subscribers and how someone new could reach it. Or as it turns out, I'm a new YouTuber, at least at the moment this video is made. If you see this in the far future, well, hello people from the future, I hope things are getting better. But for those seeing this, well, this is even if delayed by some time, an answer video to his video. So Metatron, I hope you see this, I hope you like it, and I hope you'll have a good laugh, because even if I like your stuff and I take you seriously and I take what I do seriously, I do not take myself that seriously. And also, yeah, I took up a bit of your videos. I took extracts from of your videos to, you know, make a proper answer. If I did edit out of it like 99% of the video, because, well, it is an answer, but I have to answer the main points, not make this one too long, and of course let your video be yours. And for those who watch it, his video is going to be in the description. I'm still quoting my source, of course. And because Metatron had his, well, one of his armor on, I think it is time I also change. So there. I know it's not full on armor, but it's still a decent gabizon, which I like to call the Polish Sona. It is a space AV that I use in my mob practice and competitions. So now for the main parts of the video is 9 points on how he got that far.
Let's talk about the first point I'd like to share with you, and that is consistency. I was always consistent. I was always posting. I never disappeared, never completely stopped.
So yeah, about that, the consistency. Well, you see, it's not the first time I tried something on the internet. Long ago I wrote stuff, actually in 2 languages, and I did so for quite a while, and I was consistent until I got a writer's block, which never quite ended, and sadly I had to stop, which is quite a shame. I also did a few attempts at videos, but then lots of stuff happened, lots of stuff got moved around where I live, and I just couldn't get into it, and I wasn't that pleased. And now I recently truly got into it. Last time I only did 3 videos, and I kind of created 2 channels, one for videos in English, one for videos in French. Now I decided that much better to get all in just one place, more practical, and overall I'm happier with what I'm doing now. I failed twice. I know it's not encouraging, but you know what they say, third time is the charm. And I hope this time around I won't just disappear into the night, or at least not too long. That said, I do know that in terms of consistency I do have to set up my cruising speed, Just that now I'm kind of still setting up my channel.
Point number 2, don't expect immediate gratification and immediate success. Your goals need to be realistic, so set good goals and don't expect immediate success.
So yeah, about taking time and having realistic goals. My hope is to get 10. Okay, well, if we go with binary, well, from my point of view, it would be well, 10 subscribers by Christmas. If I do that, I'll be quite happy. And if I somehow get subscription, then yay, subscription time. Let's say if I get to monetization, apologies, so getting the hang of all of the public speaking in front of a camera. So yeah, monetization, if I get to that point, I'd be really happy, and I would really hope so, but we shall see. My current objective is 10 subscribers by Christmas.
The third thing that I think I did right was engaging with my audience.
Now, first of all, sorry that the software dance is missing. I cut it too short, and by the time I realized it, it was too far ahead in the edition. And yeah, I need to practice my editing skills. As of now, I only have a friend who's my one. Well, I think I have a few more, but I just did it for the sport, I guess. And to those guys, I still say thank you. And yeah, for my main subscriber, I do have a friend who subscribed to me, and he's giving me a bit of feedback, encouragement, and sometimes silly comments. I've been engaging with him. He's the only one commenting so far, but once I get people commenting, we shall see. I do hope I'll be able to still engage quite a bit with the community. But as I said, we shall see when I do have comments and people.
Number 4, I'm going to talk about readapting your content. Listen to your audience and adapt your content accordingly.
Now, readapting to feedback. Well, I kind of already do it. The few people I've shown my videos to was mainly to get feedback, and the friend who comments is giving me feedback, with which I do improve. I think I've improved quite a bit, and I hope I'll get to do so. But of course, beyond that, in terms of going around with the numbers, what works, what doesn't, well, you see, I love to check when I actually have numbers and people watching him, and when I truly have an audience, then I will be truly able to readapt according to them, and I really hope I'll get to that point.
At number 5, we have got something that I think a lot of people say, but it's true, so I kind of want to say too. Be real and be yourself.
Yeah, a bit too late for me. It is. There's a few reasons for that, but yeah, I'm pretty much putting up a character.
Don't completely imitate another person and try to be them, because that's just not gonna work. Also,
Now, I may not imitate people, but I do have strong influence. I say I put up a character. Well, as the thing is that I have strong influences that date back from the time I started to want to do video, that I should go in the past and kick myself, even knowing what I didn't know at the time of all the drama and whatnot. And that's in the golden age of thatguywiththeglasses.com. Back in the time, there was a few people I followed, like Linkara, which is still around, Spoony. There's a few of them I've watched. Many gone, like Spoony, who I'm not even sure if he's still alive. There was familiar faces that was nice, but gone. Many others like that. And in a similar way, in the term of French speaking video, I do have a bit of influence from the great Joueur du Grenier. a bit also, as evident by me having a title that from Rack, from the Epic Teachings of the History channel. So, yeah, I do have influences, but I'm not quite imitating since I'm still doing my own shtick. Except maybe for Epic Teachings of the History, none of them is really into historic videos, and none of them is truly in it the way I am. So we shall see, and maybe that when the storyline kicks off, we shall see too.
Everyone, when we start our YouTube channel, we kind of put up an act. We all tend to do this, and
Now, as for not putting an act, as mentioned in previous things, well, a bit too late. I do it because it's my shtick. I kind of put out an act, and now I'm technically speaking out of character, but it allows for the stories I want to make, since as for the Dungeon Master who has a lot of ideas but cannot make so few nice campaigns, lots of stories to go, and it allows me the effect of playing a character that has these exaggerations allow me to go even further over the top and do certain things.
be humble.
Now, about humility, well, you speak to a guy who bought a German Nobel title. And has it put in glass, so yeah, it's too late for me. It's kind of the joke of my incredible arrogance and self-sufficiency, so too late.
Don't let the numbers get into your head.
Now, about the numbers though, I really doubt I would get numbers to my head and get exaggerated, because even if I play the arrogance part, I'm actually that arrogant. The fact that I kind of like setting jokes tells otherwise, but mainly, first of all, I need numbers. I don't know if that helps, and I have some long-term goals because, as I mentioned, with inspirations like Le Joueur du Grenier or the old community of that guy with the glasses.com, when that still was a thing, well, there's something it's the collabs and all the works together, because even if Doug was a bit of an asshole in that guy with the glasses.com community, when the people were doing in between themselves crossovers on which that controls, such as the numerous crossovers between Spoonie and Linkara, that fun, and it was quite interesting. In fact, in the French YouTube, I think half of the French YouTubers either had the Joueur du Grenier their videos or have been in one of his videos. And this creates a type of community that I kind of like. In fact, the animation YouTubers, kudos to them, still do that quite a bit, of popping up in each other videos, sometimes working to help make the videos and so on. And what very rare collaboration that have been done in the historic YouTubes have been fun. I kind of want more of that. I know it's me mainly being nostalgic, but still, I hope to one day be a bridge. If I do get to that point of being popular and acknowledged. Sorry, something in my eye. Hair or bird strand, whatever. So yeah, my point is to one day be the bridge that will bring together the historic communities, both the French speakers and the English speakers from all over the world, maybe even the German speakers if there are some that I am not aware of. I do hope that there are some, and maybe I could bring in a few other people too and help make something nice and big. That could be great. Just imagine crossover that includes you, Metatron, Real Crusade History, Quill and Nick, Epic Teachings of the History, Nota Bene, La Prof, me, lots of people. Most likely Chateau if the emus don't get to him first, because, well, emus. What do you want to do? So yeah, lots of things that I dream of. I don't know if it can happen, but if it does, I will be quite happy.
Well, the next one is, okay, so I think you've heard the saying quality over quantity.
Now, I know that the point of quality versus quantity is what works for someone, and all I can say that is that I have to find my speeding cruise, cruising speed. I have now. I'm setting up shops, so to speak. I'm building up my channel, doing the first batch of videos so that there's something to present. But I hope at some time I will be able to produce something decent. Something I hope is maybe a video in each language once per week. But we shall see. If I miraculously reach the point where it can be my job, then maybe more. We shall see at that point. We will see. Now I'm still trying to find what they're doing, getting the hang of everything.
Number 8, we're going to have enjoy yourself while you're doing this.
About enjoying myself, I already do. It's kind of fun. It gets out a lot of things I've got in mind. And just that this is quite a relief, so yeah, I'm already having fun.
If it becomes a chore, then probably YouTube is not for you.
Now, about being a chore, I thought it will become, but we shall see. But the fact that I already do have some fun doing it, and that when things really get going, I might have even more fun getting down to do all of my scenarios. It might end up being really interesting, so I doubt it will become a chore. Even if at some time, if I will get big enough, I might need some help with editing, special effects and whatnot.
And at number 9, as the last point, is I noticed that research and planning really make the difference.
For the research, well, I've got a full library. I should have gone from the other side. So yeah, this might not look like much, but this is only a few years back that I started to buy a bunch of history books that are not school books. Of that, there's plenty more. You know, there's school books, research on numerous videos, things I go check out there and there. There's a lot of stuff. So these are books I read. This is a pile of book to read. And even there, not everything is there. Because in fact, yeah, there's that one that should go there. I forgot to put it back after the episode. And as I said, this is far from everything. So yeah, I'm already doing a lot of research, reading a lot of things that I can find so that I can get good content. And that makes me think, for the planning, for my first few videos, French, I didn't plan much. Then I started video and I also got feedback. And now I'm using... in English, they call it notepad, I think, block-note in French. I'm using it to get lots of points, which help me get my thing more condensed, and it helps fight against my speech impediment, because, as you may have noticed, I don't speak really that good. And it was worse before. Now, I'm DMing, I've got this... these not points and so on, so I'm getting better as time goes on, and actually starting to plan is getting quite helpful. So yeah, I'm slowly improving with that. So on this, I really hope you liked what you see, maybe got a laugh or two. For the viewers in general, I also hope you like this answer video from random nobody number 372. Maybe when you see it, I won't be a nobody anymore. And speaking of not being a nobody, there Metatron, if you do see this video, well, when I'm no longer just some rando on the internet, if you liked it, and if eventually you like what I do or find it even just interesting, when I am no longer a nobody, of course, if you want to do it before the monetization point, you can, but I thought maybe when I reach monetization point, just to say that if I do so, just to say that, you know, I've got something established, I might be interested in such a collab, and I do have a subject that I hope you might like. And to introduce the subject, I go with the only 4 Latin words I know that are not the really casual stuff like food name or arrivederci. Those 4 words, of course, being the famous device of Rome, the great SPQR, sono pazzo questi romani. For those who do not get it, well, it's the translation of Ils sont fous ces Romains in the Italian translation of Asterix. And that brings me with something I hope you've noticed, and a bit in the comics, but more so in the movies, well, the animation movies. So the Roman armor, despite being presented as Lorica segmentata, it sometimes also acts like Amata. So, and of course, there's the fact that at the time of Jules Caesar, they would have been wearing Amata, yet it looked like segmentata, but it will act with like one of the other depending on the movie, and even within the movie, sometimes it kind of changes. Sometimes you see it rip or do things that you expect out of clothes or Amata, and it's kind of strange, yet they do that. And I've got to say that considering what they survive, such as full-on punches from a guy who can lift the Sphinx or casually destroy a time-traveling Coliseum, this armor could be considered as powerfully magic, considering they survived that. So yeah, armor in Asterix, I think there's stuff to talk about on that. If you like the idea, maybe you can contact me once I've started to make a bit of a name for myself. And on this, I'll have to tell you farewell. But beforehand, I have to say that you'd think that without my dating, well, I had your video since I have to go backward to go check a few things that backward English, or should I say English spoken backward, would look like a normal language due to the English language being so backward. And I do remember you did mention something about handkerchief being a killer word for Spain. Well, as it turns out, backward English is just demonic and summons demon goats, so you know. Now I have a fight to do, so I bid you farewell. Et saleté de chèvre, retourne dans l'abysse qui t'attend, toi et ton maître! Ah!